Well, thank you everybody for tuning into the video. My name is Matt Rosu. I'm Dean of the Sigmund Weis School of Business here at Susquehanna University.
And I'm Christy Anderson. I'm the programs coordinator at the Sigmund Weis School of Business.
So if you're watching this, you've agreed to be a mentor, and the first thing I really want to say is thank you for agreeing to give your time. I know everybody in the mentor, we call it the professional mentoring program, right? You're professionals, busy lives. I know many, balancing not just what you're doing with work, but also, family, personal lives, everything. And the fact that so many people are willing to help out our students, I know it's part of what I love about Susquehanna University and their Sigmund Weis School of Business. And I think that I speak for the other faculty to say it's greatly appreciated what the group of alumni and friends that what you do for our students. You make it's pretty inspiring that that you do this for us. So the just quick introductions. I know many of you know me, but so I've been in the role of dean now. This is year number 10 that I'm coming into. I started in 2017, but I've been at Susquehanna since 2004 in the economics department. And Christy, I'll let you introduce yourself briefly.
Okay. So I am the programs coordinator for the business school, running a number of different programs, the mentoring program being a big part of that. This is the start of my sixth year here at Susquehanna University, the fifth year of this role.
Sixth year now, but
Yeah.
also proud alum, so several years
Yeah.
before that. But the program, this mentoring program has been an amazing success from, I think, the views of everybody here. It's incredible for our students to have connections with alumni. Now, many of the students will do this on their own anyway, but to have this program set up so we know every single student gets connected with a professional and to learn from your experiences is pretty powerful. And the reason we have this as a required part of the curriculum is we know most students would do it anyway, but we also know if you're dealing with, we had 160 students cross the stage this past May, that some of them would think they should do it, but things get in the way and they get busy and they maybe don't connect with alumni like they should. Others maybe are scared about it, and so they don't do it, even though they know they should. We know that doing this is important for everybody, so we're excited. This allows students to know they have somebody they can ask questions to, and really to help form the professional network. So the successes from this, on top of just what we see in the class, I know that we have had a number of different opportunities come up for students. Christy, I'll let you maybe give some details on what we know
Yeah.
has happened here.
Beyond helping students with just being able to connect and being able to communicate and work on those skills, a lot of mentors have been able to help students with finding internships or even offering them internship opportunities, job shadow experiences. They're giving them advice regarding their resumes and their interview skills and LinkedIn profiles and their classes and their majors and minors and all a number of different things, giving them ideas of how to connect better with Susquehanna and things they wish that they would have known or somebody would have told them when they were
Yeah.
sitting where the student is sitting now. So it's been really successful and a great thing for the students.
Yeah, it's been pretty amazing. I know some of the students, and this is certainly not a requirement, but some of the times you as mentors have seen some of the students and thought, oh my goodness, this person is amazing, and how can I possibly hire them? And it's led to some incredible opportunity. I mean, life-changing opportunities for the students. And we now have alums of the mentoring program who are in jobs thanks to their mentors. Others, it's not in the same company, but there have been other introductions made. It's like, oh, you really should talk to this individual. So the success on this has been amazing, and it's also been pretty wonderful to just see how many of our alumni get meaningfully engaged. I go to dean's meetings. I have friends who are deans, and it's great to kind of bounce ideas back and forth. And they are amazed that we can pull this off. They're like, how in the world can you do this for every student? And my answer is always that our alumni and our friends of the business school are just amazing, and that they do this. So the caution that I've given every year, and if you've done this more than once, you've heard this from me, is uh, in terms of who you are placed with, right? We have a lot of students and we have a wide range. Some of some of the students that you'll get placed with, you just won't believe how well put together they are as a 19-year-old, and you'll be stunned and like you'll think like I will think like I was not this together as a 19-year-old. But others, right? These are 19-year-olds. And there's going to be well over 100 of them in the program this year, close to 200 students. Uh, Sometimes 19-year-olds do dumb things. Sometimes adults do dumb things. Well, 19-year-olds are still adults, but sometimes people of all ages do dumb things. Um, we do ask that you be patient if your mentee does screw up. And by screwing up, what sometimes happens? Sometimes they'll send an email that's not written as professionally as it should be written, right? Like that's happened. And it's not okay, but the students are here to learn, right? If they had it all together, they wouldn't need you in this role and they wouldn't need us as Susquehanna. We've had students who've missed meetings. They've set up a meeting and then they don't show up, or students emailing thinking, "Oh, you should be ready in 20 minutes for, I'm ready to meet." They'll email you at 3:40 and say, "How about 4 o'clock meeting today?" Not understanding that that's just not the way the business world works. So sometimes they might be late. And I say this isn't many, but it happens every year. It's a small percentage. We're just dealing with too many numbers here for this not to happen. So if you end up getting somebody like that, we do ask for your patience. And the thing that I'll say, and it, these are often the students where you can really make the biggest impact. If a student sets up a meeting and they don't show up after they've graduated, right, they might get fired. But if the student does that here, um, I know it's frustrating when it happens because it happens to us in the faculty and in the business school from time to time. Students will set up a meeting and then they don't show up. It's frustrating, but it's an opportunity for us to help teach them. And so we do ask your patience with that. And Christy, you're the one who really sees all of that. Anything else to add on in this front?
Yeah, I really recommend if there's a huge problem, you reach out to me and I can help. But definitely use that as a learning experience. Say, I just want to address this, and this is what would happen in the real world, because they don't realize that. So using that as a learning experience is a
Yeah.
great way to help them learn and become better at those skills.
Yeah. So if you did this last year, we're keeping the structure pretty similar. We kind of tweaked the structure a little bit each of the first several years, but last year seemed to work really well in terms of increasing engagement and the right amount of structure. Uh, Christy will give much more details, but the part that I'll say is everybody's matched. The students are matched with the mentors. Um, and there are requirements that you meet, but the information that you provided to Christy, she puts in a lot of effort to be very thoughtful so that the students really get matched with the pair of mentors that will do the most for them on this front. So sometimes we'll have students who are from Philadelphia and they'll say, "I'd like to be with somebody from the Philadelphia area." Or, we've had black students who said, "It would really be amazing that I had, a black professional as a mentor." And we'll do our best on that. Or I would love to get into the luxury industry. Can we figure out, whatever it is they put in a lot of different requests, and Christy puts in a lot of time and effort, and that's part of why we had you do this questionnaire, is to try to help get these great matches. Uh, I'll hand it over where she can share a little bit more about the matches and how the structure of the program works.
Sure. I'll just give a little overview of what is going to happen in the mentoring program. And once you are matched with a student, you will get way more resources and details. but I just want you to understand how it is laid out, especially if you are new. So the students are matched with the mentors during the time that they're enrolled in the professional development class. As we stated, the professional development class is directly tied to this program. So most of the students are sophomores, but there are some older students as well that have not yet taken this course. And the professional development class is offered either the first 7 weeks in the fall or in the spring. So you might be a fall mentor, or you might be a spring mentor, or you may choose to be both as well. So to explain how the meetings are for this program, so there are going to be a minimum of 3 required meetings, and they are tied to the assignments in the class. So trying to make it as meaningful as well for the students, and making it make sense for the class and guiding them through some of the assignments that they are doing as well. So the first meeting is going to happen somewhere by the end of the 3rd week of the semester. The second meeting is going to be during weeks 4 or 5, and then the last meeting between weeks 6 and 7. At the end of each meeting, we ask that you complete a survey. We're just trying to see how things are going and if there's any guidance needed, and of course, making sure that the meeting and the assignment did happen as well. And just to give you a little bit of a summary on those meetings, the first meeting is just going to be a general introduction and identification of goals. This is going to guide your second meeting, which is on career research and discussing those goals as well. And then the final meeting is going to be a mock interview for the students. And there are lots of details and instructions on how to exactly do these meetings, but also giving you some time to do some other things in those meetings as well. And we encourage the mentors and the mentees to continue this relationship, because we know this is only 7 weeks. And some mentors have said, I wish it was longer. We do too. And you definitely have the opportunity to do that. Students can continue on. A lot of them like to remain in contact for lifelong. We hope these are lifelong relationships. But we're only requiring it for the first 7 weeks, and we are only requiring 3 meetings. Doesn't mean you can't do more than that. Definitely does not. We encourage more, but you only need to agree upon what is comfortable for both of you. Now, like I stated, you'll get lots of guidance throughout this program, and I try not to give too much, but I want to make sure you have enough so you have all the answers there. So we give resources for you. So there's going to be a training. If you're matched for the fall, there will be a training a week or so before the program starts. It is via Zoom. If you can't make it, no worries at all. We record that and I send that out to you. We also have a handbook. It is extensive. It is about 20 pages because it has everything you possibly would need for the program. There's a table of contents that is great, that can help guide you to exactly what you need. At the start of the program, we just ask that you complete an agreement, which again just gives some rough details of when things are to happen, just so we know that you understand. All the expectations are thoroughly discussed and laid out for you. There's a list of activities and conversations. So yes, we do have a meeting plan for each one of the meetings for you, but that might get over really quickly. So you want to make that a little bit longer. What can you do? We have some suggestions there for you. And new this year, I'm working on finalizing it, is a website with all of the resources and details and announcements just for the mentors. So the handbook, the links to everything, the feedback surveys, it is all there for you at one time. This recording, in fact, will be there. So will the Zoom training and so on. You will receive a password to access this website because we think this information is so great, but we want to keep it for our SU mentors. But once those matches are finalized, you will receive an email with the password and the details for the website. You will still receive email updates throughout the semester, but they are going to be very short. They are not going to have all the details. It's going to link you to the website where I will have announcements posted. So you can have as much or as little details for you that you want, especially if you are a repeat mentor. You might not need all those details. So we're trying to save you from the long emails. I'm working on matching mentors and mentees now. Matches are usually worked on a month or two in advance, and the matches are emailed a couple weeks before the semester starts, so mid of the month before. Since not all students have professional development in the fall, like I stated, you might not have a mentee until the spring, but I will notify everyone whether you have a mentee for the fall or not.
Yeah,
And
we have maybe about 100 students in professional development this
we have
fall,
100 for
approximately.
the fall. Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
So yeah, a
But probably
pretty
another 80 or
class.
so, maybe another 80 or so in the spring, more
Yeah.
likely. So,
And as always, if you ever have any questions, please feel free to contact me and send me an email.
yeah. And we wanted to keep this video short, so I don't know that we have too much more. But once again, thank you so much for your willingness to do this. As I mentioned, I don't think there is another program like this really in the world, and we can only do it because of you. It means so much to our students, as I think many of you know. Hopefully, you know. If you don't know, then we haven't been doing our job. We were recently ranked the 56th best business school in the country by Poets and Quants, and number three in the country, one in the state of Pennsylvania, in terms of the academic experience for the students. This is part of that, right? Why are we getting this publicity on it? It's a number of the things we do, but the mentoring program is a huge reason. We don't get that. We are not number three if it's not for that, not for what you do. So thank you again so much, and look forward to seeing you either on Zoom, but even better, hopefully on campus sometime this semester. So thank you and take care.
Yeah. Thank you, everyone.